Piercing
Take
roar!
it! Strike!
Back into the strike!
Right
Use the healing art!
I'll run you through!
This one's
Eternal
mine!
devastation! Try harder!
Hurricane!
This should do it!
Breathe, Lancer!
You're mine!
Here, let me help!
Eternal devastation!
This one's mine!
Strike! This one's all mine!
Here I go!
In a bind?
Let me show you what my heart
one's
can do!
mine! Eat this!
Leave the chargers to me! This one's
Here I
mine!
come! You!
This all day!
Stay away from my friend!
Hurricane, you're done!
You're mine!
Going in! Watch it!
Strike!
Ready and ready! Denied!
I
was
can
I
carve
thinking?
through armor! Here I come!
Time to shine!
Swallow blade!
Here,
Ah!
let me help! Inspiration!
Take this!
Do this all day!
This one's all
Inferno
mine!
crossing!
Burn in hell!
Lunar corruption! Going in! Lunar
Take
blast!
this!
Back into the fray! Annihilation!
Eternal
Going in!
devastation!
Take this! Eagle assault! Here, let me help! Take this! First aid!
Here I
Lunar
come!
arc!
Swallow blade! Eternal devastation!
Meteor! Lunar corruption!
here and now! Swallow blade!
My watch! Mega ray! Talon hurricane!
No further!
This one's mine! Round and pound! I never miss!
We're not done! Swallow blade!
Here's a healing arc!
Here I come! The
First
blade
aid!
inside me yearns to be let free! Ignite!
I've let you all down.
You'll pay for that!
Inferno crossing!
Eternal devastation!
This one's in my way! Hurricane strike! I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Take far enough! Resuscitation! Here, let me help! Piercing blade! Hurricane
I'll
strike!
run you through! I'm not done!
I'm only getting started! I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish. Ready! First aid!
I really owe you. You require a hand.
This should do it!
Tear you apart!
Double demon fang!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss! I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Eternal devastation! No escape!
Resuscitation!
Piss
I'm
off!
going to need to use all the power of my healing arts!
It was nice while it lasted. I could do this all day.
Hurricane! I can't heal you forever! This one's mine! Hurricane!
Here I come!
Eagle Driver! Let me help!
Eternal devastation! Burn!
I'm on! Seconds to the that'll bring you down! Hurricane! Eagle Drive! Glacier
Eternal
Spear! This
devastation!
one's mine!
Swallow blade!
Here's a healing
It's
art.
over! Come and get it!
First aid! Piercing roar!
Eagle Drive!
Gemini Ultra!
This should do it!
Here's a healing art!
Talon hurricane!
Eagle Drive! In here! Ready to go!
Mirage!
Gemini Ultra! Arc Annihilation! Mega Ray! I'm going to use
Try
all
harder.
the power of my healing arts to
You're mine!
Slide! Eat this! Far enough!
Eternal devastation!
Shattering pieces! This one's
Can't
mine!
get out of this.
Glimmer Dragon!
You picked the wrong
Inferno
fight!
Crossing!
I can carve through armor.
Take this!
Lunar
Swallow blade! Crush!
Hurricane Strike! Going in! On a roll now! Lightning!
Take this!
Talon Score! Blaze Fire!
Eternal devastation!
Going in! Here, let me help! First aid! Talon Score! Let the marksman handle this! Talon
Eternal devastation!
Here's a healing blade! Hurricane! Inferno
Take this!
Shot! Slide! In here! Eagle Assault!
Slash!
Now
What
I'm
you get?
This one's mine! Real chargers to me! Inferno
I'm
Crossing!
not done!
This one's
Eternal
denied!
devastation inside me yearns to be let free!
Hurricane Strike!
Swallow blade!
Not in your dreams!
take this.
Gemini Alpha!
Lost my focus.
Here's a healing art!
Stay away away from my friend!
Appreciate the help. I'll bring you back
Take
from
this!
the
Now!
Let me
Crush!
out.
Crush!
Resuscitate!
Swallow blade! Take
Use
this!
the healing art. Hurricane
Eternal
Blast!
devastation!
Hurricane
Here I
Blast!
come!
Hurricane! Let me help. Glacial Punch!
Take this!
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Surrender! Fighting is useless now!
Do you think it's really over?
Astral energy. Watch out! They've got something up their sleeve!
What? It's self-destructed?
Alphen!
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up.
You had me worried there.
Who said you could touch that?
Damn it! He's awake!
I should have thought as much. So you know this place? Naturally. It was built for me, after all. We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart. Even after all this time, you still insist on hating me? You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
You're obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Really, is that what you think? Did you really think that such a petty device could hold me?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alf, who happens to be another sovereign?
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the Sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Were they really? We already know the title of Sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown codename for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings. You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. There were countless. And every one of them besides me died.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danan. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volron. They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
Then you mean Boron was kidnapped just like Alphen? But then he became a
slave from Dana. Just like us. Isn't that right, Volron?
So he posed as a Renan and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renan and Dana are meaningless distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters. I will stand above all others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
A red woman?
Another one?
Give your master back on Rena this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
Don't do it!
Serenus Alva!
can't stay here!
We need to go! Alphen!
Go. But no, I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
Let's go.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything. Who answers to neither spirit nor man. My word is law! I am...
Are you two okay?
Yeah. We'll be fine.
Is Volron... have we finally seen the last of him?
We can but hope.
Those red women. What the heck was their deal?
Could they be the ones behind all this? The same ones who put those soldiers in Faria in a trance?
What? Those brainless things? Either way, they've done a runner with the Renaissalma. Damn it, that's the second time now!
Whatever's stolen from us, we'll steal it back. The future's ours to protect. And right now those things are what's standing in our way. We can head them off at Rena.
Did you say Rena?
Volron mentioned a master of theirs holed up in the motherland somewhere.
If that monstrous form's their true identity, I shudder to think who they take orders from.
Yeah. There's a good chance it's not human. That's for sure.
So this thing over on Rena, that's what's really behind all this, huh?
They have the Renaissalma in their grasp already, so it's unlikely they'll have cause to return to Dana. I agree that Rena's our best shot.
Then we're agreed. Let's head back to the starship.
But seriously, I was not expecting Volron to actually be here.
He seemed to care not one whit about Renans or Danans.
Yeah, not in a good way like with us. An opponent like this should be easy. You got spirit!
I'm the true gunslinger around here. That'll bring you down. Going in.
Now you see what I can do!
Damn it!
I'll trip it up. Can't get out of this!
I can handle it. Make it ready.
Blow them away!
Shouldn't have messed with me!
Back into the fray.
Swallow blade!
Far enough.
I'm on!
Crush! Slash! Crush! First strike! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
Here I go.
To be
Devastation! Burn it up! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
I need to be stronger. Dispose of the trash.
Swallow blade! Eternal devastation! Crush!
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf.
Mega wreck.
Not my finest!
Stay away from my friend!
Hurricane or steel.
This one's mine.
Try harder! Not a chance!
Here's a heel. If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Appreciate
Where
the
are
help.
you going?
Leave the impaling to me. Yeah! To me! I could do this all day!
Eat this. Lunar blast.
Take this!
It's ready to confiscated. Lunar blast.
The flame inside me yearns to be lit!
Annihilation.
Take
Radiant
this!
blood.
Take this! Strike!
Here's a healing arc.
You picked the wrong fight! Take this! Eternal devastation! Strike!
I'll smash you!
Swallow blade! No further! You're finished! Strike! On it! Do it! Kill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I'm going to need to use all the
Tear you apart! Eternal devastation! Strike!
There are
Devastation!
I'll finish you
Do
here
it!
now!
Remove!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Look sharp. Ground.
Here I come!
Lunar blast. I'm all
Crush!
stuffed up. Annihilation.
Let them mark!
Hurricane strike. This one's
You're
mine.
mine! Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Mega ray. Arc steel. Confiscated.
Now or never!
This one's
In a bind?
Do it.
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
I'm reaching my limit, you guys.
Damn. Guess we better be extra careful.
Way.
Take this! Eternal devastation! I'm not done! Swallow blade!
I'm on it! Gathering
These ones can run rings around us. This one's mine. Radiant Pierce!
You're mine!
Crescent Moon! First strike!
Eternal devastation!
Now you see what I can do!
Crunch!
Lunar
Swallow blade!
Glitter Dragon!
Gemini Outward!
Hurricane!
Fight!
Flash! Swallow blade!
Look sharp!
It's over!
Crumble!
This
The
one's
flame
mine.
inside me yearns to be let free!
Radiant Pierce!
Here I come!
Now I'm
Here's
in
a
the
healer!
door!
Inferno can't heal you forever! Arch Shield!
Do it!
Ridwell, Astral Energy! Full throttle! Healing Ball!
I'm not done! Eternal devastation!
I'm just
Good
getting
game.
started! Take this!
Mega Ray! Equal Soul!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Radiant
Swallow
Hurricane!
Dance!
You're mine!
Mega
Strike!
Talon Hurricane! I never miss!
Eternal devastation!
Eagle Fly!
This one's
I'm
yours!
not done! More!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
What the? When did it get pitch dark all of a sudden?
The lights are all out. Think it has something to do with the explosion back in the Forbidden Zone? Doe?
You two.
Faria, Avakir. Thank goodness you're safe.
Avakir filled me in about everything. About how I ambushed you all.
She doesn't remember a thing. So she really was being controlled.
He told me about Tarnigan, too. Is it true?
What difference does it make? What's done is done.
Stop casting me off, just for once!
Faria, not now. It can wait. Dohalim, Lenegis is in grave peril.
So I can see.
It's the city's core reactor. It's damaged. Some of the basic systems we've managed to keep online, but complete restoration's still a way off.
You're an elite technician, though. You can fix it, right?
If so, then what's the problem?
Panic's begun to set in among the citizens. Until now, whenever something like this happened, the Sovereign would issue a decree. But this time, not so much as a peep. Any longer, and we run the risk of riots breaking out before we can get things back up and running.
Forget the Sovereign. I doubt you'll be hearing from him anytime soon.
What's that supposed to mean? Do you know something I don't?
Suffice it to say, the Sovereign isn't the kind of ruler we thought he was. That is, if he ever even existed, which is looking doubtful at this stage.
Are you out of your mind? Why, if people knew that a lord such as yourself was whispering such blasphemy, they'd—
There's no time to explain now. It sounds like we need to find a way to keep Lenegis from spiraling out of control.
We need to stop that riot.
But how do we do that?
Riots feed on discontent and unrest, right? So if we want to keep the peace, we just need to put people's minds at ease.
At ease? Like by letting them hear directly from someone they trust. That's it. Who's the highest-ranking person in Lenegis right now?
Lenegis wouldn't have a next in line. After all, you said the Sovereign rules over everyone directly, right?
Correct. The closest thing to an authority figure would be a lord. And the only one left is... Ah. Very well then. Avakir, you mentioned a few facilities were still online. Which ones?
Why hasn't the Sovereign said anything?
Please, won't somebody explain what's going on?
Is it over? What's going to happen to all of us?
Heed me now, fellow Renans of Lenegis. It is I, Lord Dohalim Ilkaris of Eldaman and Sia.
Look, up there! It's Lord Dohalim!
Hold on!
He should be in the crown contest. Shouldn't he? Why isn't the Sovereign talking to us?
The Sovereign is seeing to other matters right now. In my capacity as Lord, I speak to you in his stead. You're afraid, as people so often are when faced with the unknown. I hope you'll allow me to put your fears to rest. The city's core reactor has experienced a malfunction. However, we have our top engineers attending to the matter, and things will soon be back to normal. I know that you feel abandoned, perhaps more scared and alone than ever before. But I ask you all to keep one thing in mind. You are Lenegis, not the Lords and Sovereign. The solidarity of its citizens is the mortar that holds it together. If we don't allow ourselves to be distracted by our differences, if we put our hearts and minds together and stand as one, I am confident we will find new hope. I would be honored to stand with you. Not as a person of loftier rank, but as another human being among many. I hope that you'll lend me your strength, for if we can persevere as one, I know a bright tomorrow awaits.
Your speech seems to have done the trick. Looks like the city won't be descending into chaos after all.
I only pray the relief will tide the city over for the time being.
What you said earlier, about the Sovereign possibly not even existing, was it true?
It's still too premature to say with any certainty, but I believe so. This whole time, this world we've been fed was a lie, built on nothing but falsehoods.
But it can't all have been...
I can believe it. After everything I saw in the Forbidden Zone, what they did to Faria, it's the only explanation that makes sense.
But what about hierarchy, Avakir? Authority? The very foundations of Renan society? How can we live without someone to guide us?
I'd say we found someone capable of doing just that, wouldn't you?
You? You can't be serious.
I have business I must take care of first. But once everything is over, I shall return. But not as your sovereign, nor as a leader the likes of which the people here are used to, I think.
But how else do you propose to rule?
I'm not sure yet. All I have is a feeling that here in Lenegis, a new dawn is on the verge of breaking. One in which people won't be judged by birthright or on the power of their astral arts, but on other things. More important things. Things like, oh, I don't know, musical talent, for example.
When I bumped into you after all those years, I said you were no different. But I was wrong. Truth is, you were always different. I feel like maybe now I can finally begin to accept Turnagain's death. To see a future.
You go finish whatever it is you've got to do. I'll hold down the fort here in Lenegis till you get back.
Thank you.
I guess you're not going to make it to Menancia for the foreseeable future, huh?
Indeed. Forgive me.
The people of Elda Menancia can look after themselves just fine. It's the ones here on Lenegis who need someone to guide them. Besides, with you leading the people here, it'll help spread the idea of coexistence beyond Menancia's borders that much faster.
Sounds like you're in it for the long haul.
How could I not be, after the second chance that I've been granted? From this day forth, I shall dedicate myself to the future inhabitants of this world. Though the memories of the departed shall remain forever in my heart.
Remember, you're going to be leading the people here, not ruling them.
True enough. Whatever would I do without you, Kisara?
With or without her, I suspect you're gonna have your hands full when the time comes. We should be heading back to the ship. Business on Rena awaits. Looks like the people of Lenegis can rest easy.
I couldn't have done it without your words of encouragement, Law.
Hey, you're the one who made the speech.
I think everybody can share the credit here.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Did we really just spend that much?
This is great. The taste and aroma...
thought we'd find answers on Lenegis, but we just ended up finding more questions.
You can say that again. And now we have more problems to fix, too. Like figuring out how to reform Lenegis.
That can wait for now. We've got more than enough on our plates to deal with as it is. Like figuring out who's really running the show on Rena.
Yeah. Which is why we're going to the Renan homeworld.
All the answers we've been looking for are on that planet. The person responsible for all this. The Red Woman and the Renaissance. The answers have to be there. Are we prepared to finally find them?
So, what do we do first when we get there?
We know nothing about the Renan homeworld or what we might face once we arrive. We should get a feel for how things are on the ground before we take any serious steps.
It's also entirely possible that the first thing we're going to face is an attack.
If we come across a capital, we should... What? Damn! The hell just happened?
Our course has been altered. The coordinates are pointing to a different destination.
What's that?
The ship's controls aren't accepting my commands. The engine is being shut down.
That's bad, right?
Quite bad. We've lost control of the ship.
Is all of this the Red Women's doing?
Are they trying to finish us off before we can land?
Everyone! Look there!
A flower blooming out of Rena?
But that flower looks like it's absorbing all of Dana's energy.
And it appears Lenegis is serving as a conduit for that energy to reach here. Could that have been its true purpose all along?
If that's true, do you think the people back on Lenegis are all right?
We can only pray that they are.
Damn it! Haven't they taken enough already? When is this going to end?
Flower of Oblivion.
With everything that's happening, we need to get back to Lenegis. Is the ship still offline?
Unfortunately, yes. Even more so than when it lay dormant.
Can you fix it?
Starships are extremely complex machines. One wrong move while we're out here in space could very well cost us our lives.
So what? We're just stuck inside here, floating around? For how long?
I don't believe this. We've made it all this way, and now we're stuck here? We're watching Dana die before our eyes, and we have no choice but to sit here and starve to death?
Law, calm down! You're not the only one who's worried here.
Right. Sorry.
It's still too early to give up. There has to be a way to get out of this.
Alphen.
Now what?
The starship, it's back online?
No, this is different. Something is pulling our ship in towards it.
We managed to get moving, but where are we?
It looks like Lenegis in here.
Do you think we might run into more remnants here? Or those red women?
Perhaps. Someone brought us here. The question is, who?
We haven't been ambushed, so that probably means they aren't hostile. Still, why would anyone want to bring us here?
Hey, Shion!
If they wanted to attack us, they could have done so while we were back on the starship. We should see where this path takes us.